I'm Justin. We are 2/5 of Motion City Soundtrack, and you're watching Moshcam. I mean, it's hard to pick. You know, it's like
so
picking
many
between your
good
choice. It's like Sophie's choice, but it's, you know, Matt's choice.
There's so many awesome memories. One, for instance, was Wembley in London. We played with Blink-182. They invited us on tour, and obviously we'd never played anything like that before. So we'd just gotten off a plane that morning. We were very just kind of confused and
Jet-lagged,
and it was just bizarre. But I think we got really crazy. Like literally, I think we just couldn't figure out what reality really meant at that moment, and we just went up and like, it was insane.
Yeah,
It felt like a dream.
I don't think I even knew what was happening until we hit the last note, and then the lights went on, and then I could actually see the people, and it was insane.
It was very special.
Yeah. I'd say one of the most bizarre shows we ever played was we played with Michelle Branch's country band, right?
The Wreckers.
The Wreckers. And then that was the first band, and then the next band that played was The Roots. And then we played after The Roots.
Which you never want to do.
That just didn't
No
make
one
any...
should ever have to do
Yeah,
that.
and then after us was Stained. So that was the weirdest
It was
show we've ever
eclectic,
played. Yeah.
to say the least.
Yeah.
Pretty big too.
Yeah.
Somewhere in West Virginia.
That's strange, right? That's okay. Party animal?
Yeah, that depends.
I'd say prior to 2007, I was a secret party animal, but I didn't keep secrets very well. But
Yeah,
I don't
you
know.
definitely partied on a different level than every other human being.
Yeah.
It was like an alternate reality of party.
It wasn't so much a party. It was sad.
It was
a sad show.
It was a lonely party.
It was, yeah. My guess would probably be Jesse. I think.
Jesse, yeah.
He's the most like
He can hang.
obnoxious, you know, in the nicest way. In the nicest way. Whereas I think the rest of you are a little bit reserved. I think when
Yeah.
Tony gets past that point,
Yeah.
he gets a little loopy. But Jesse's kind of a. I don't know what this means, but that's how he reminds me of.
Well, okay, I'm remembering 2008. We were in Florida. We were on tour with, I believe, Panic at the Disco maybe, but there's an NFL football player that came to our show and he was a fan. And he took, I think Tony and Jesse and myself went out with him, and he wanted to show us, you know, Orlando, like how he sees it. And he took us to, I don't remember how many bars, I don't remember how many drinks were consumed. Cristal was one of those drinks, and I'd never had that before, and he was just buying bottles for everybody. And I'm like, okay, I mean, if you're gonna buy it, we're gonna drink it. And I have to say, you know, it was a pretty wild night, but the next day, I was kind of scared of how I'd feel. I felt fantastic when I woke up. Like, I felt so good.
Maybe you just need to go the extra mile, every night.
I need to just spend an extra $10,000 every
Yeah.
night to get that premium buzz, you know, I don't know. But that was fun.
Yeah, we seem to have like a run of like insane parties that happen in Florida.
Yeah.
There's another guy that we went and hung. This is like so weird, but we went to Chris Kirkpatrick's birthday party
Are you
one
familiar
year.
with Chris?
Do you know him?
In Sync?
Yeah, and that was really weird too.
Yeah, that was.
There's like 30-some people in a stretch limo. I don't even know how did we end up there?
He was friends with the Starting Line. We were on tour with the Starting Line.
So that was the second time.
The first time we
I
went
think.
with them, and then he invited us back another time.
So I mean, that was weird. That was really, I mean, you know, he's awesome. He's
Awesome
super nice.
dude. Very cool.
It just wasn't really my scene.
Yeah.
I don't really have a scene though. I don't know. I know this is happening, but I'm over here right now thinking. Okay. Tour injury.
That's.
We have an injury, but I
Yeah.
don't know about tour injury.
Well, we do throw our backs out occasionally because we're
Yeah.
old, and that hurts pretty bad.
I know Jesse face planted his keyboard somehow, and then just like we came up and just blood, you know. Like,
It looked like a black metal show. Or
yeah, he looked like
something.
G.G.
Pretty
Allen.
amazing. Before that.
yeah, I don't know. Other than just like, you know, rock neck or, you know,
Hangover.
sad back. It's, yeah. We don't. I think it's just that we don't jump around as much as we used to.
Yeah.
There used to be more injuries, but yeah. So I have this huge box. I may even have two by now of just things that people have given me, and I have this dream, this hope one day that I will actually sort through it and make some sort of like art project out of all these things that were given to me. I will say that somebody, and I ran into this person recently, and I think she was from Japan, but they made, because we had a song, an old song, a B-side from our first record that called 1,000 Paper Cranes, and she actually made 1,000 paper cranes with her friends and like locked them all together, and so I have this huge, long, like spiraling 1,000 paper cranes, and I want to hang that somewhere in the future, but that's probably the coolest thing that anyone's ever given us.
Yeah.
That I could. Somebody asked me a question just on Facebook or something, and I remember, I think it's happened twice in LA, and I think it's the same person, but there was a cop at our show singing along to every word in the middle of like, I mean, he was like kind of a little bit older than the people up in the front, but he was like at first it's just like, okay, a cop, and then it's like, whoa, this guy like knows the words and he's passionate about it, and it was super strange. And I guess he didn't used to be a cop, obviously, and then he became a cop, and I think he was supposed to be working, and he had his partner cover for him while he ran into the show for like 45 minutes and then went out. I don't know, at least that's the story I'm believing. Do you know this? I'm pretty sure it was the House of Blues.
Yeah, it was the House of
And
Blues.
yeah.
What's that? No, I was gonna say Boobs, because those are pretty. We don't see them often at all, but
Yeah,
every
we
now
don't
and
like
then they come
ask
out
for them.
and we're like,
I mean, it's
hey,
not
we're
that
like,
we don't
we're the
appreciate
nerds.
boobs, but you
Yeah.
know, it's just like I just find it weird. It's like
It's
boobs,
very
it's
weird,
just
and I
kind
don't
of-
want to, like encourage
Yeah.
boobs, but it's.
I think
it's
it's
a weird, delicate
disrespectful
thing.
to be like,
Yeah.
you know. So
Because I'm on stage, you should show me your boobs. Like,
That's
that's
just-
weird.
yeah, I don't know. I mean,
So
and
it
I
was crazy
gotta
for us
stress
to
that like
see.
it's not that we don't like boobs, okay? Like I think everybody loves boobs, but
Yeah.
it's just it's like. I don't know.
You know what we mean?
It's just I don't even know what to say.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm surprised I brought that up.
Yeah, why did you bring that
I
up?
don't know. Got weird. Anyone else hot? I've never woken up in a strange place, which I'm glad to report. That's good, Jesse.
Yeah.
Party animal, Johnson. I'm just kidding. He's not that crazy. What about you? Didn't you wake up in
No, I didn't. I mean, in my wilder, youthful days, I've woken up in strange places, albeit a trunk of a car, but I didn't, yeah, I was just saying the last decade or so, I've woken up in at least like a semi-reasonable location and or position.
That's good. Yes.
Yeah, all of the cops? Well, we had, I think it's called an act of God clause or something. It's like if there's lightning, oftentimes they'll shut a show. There was one show that we didn't even get to play in, where was it?
Somewhere in Illinois, right?
We went to the football stadium. I can't remember, I'm not a big sports guy, but I'm trying to think. What was the original question?
Have you ever had a show shut down?
Yes, okay, so yes, the answer is yes. I wish I had more specifics. Do you?
Yeah. I don't remember. I just remember the hailstorm where we couldn't play any at all.
Oh, yeah. And I think a few Warped Tours have been like either shut down or pushed aside. I feel like there was one in Texas that got rained out for a few hours and then they just kind of postponed it for a little bit.
I don't think so. If we don't
I mean,
remember, probably not.
oftentimes I feel like in Arizona for some reason we would always get stopped by cops, and I think they're mostly looking, I don't know if it was drugs or what, but I remember they got us all to get off the bus at one point, and then they were like, okay, now we're gonna search this bus, and if any of you have anything on you, you better give it to us now. And I think secretly I might have had some drugs on me, but I was like scared. I think it's the first time I'm telling you this, but
Yes, it is.
and I remember Josh saying like, "Go ahead, nobody's got anything here," and I was going, "Oh God, I'm so scared," and like, and nothing happened. And like they took the dog in and back out, and nothing. So I don't know that.
I had a panic attack out there.
I think I had a secret panic attack, but I don't. I don't think, I mean, I'm not like proud of it or anything, but I just remember that happened, and it, even now just thinking about it, it makes me sad, and I wish that I hadn't been that way back then, but anyway, so either that dog just didn't have it that day, or I don't really think they were looking for drugs, I think they were looking for people.